about this for government just not getting it. California Governor Jerry Brown is proposing to raise state spending 7% in his July budget. And, if that's not bad enough, the plan is based on the anticipation that voters will somehow approve $7 billion in tax increases in November. Now, keep in mind, California is literally one of the brokest states in the nation, brokest countries for that matter. Richard Ryder wants to keep reminding his fellow Californians of that. He is the chairman of the San Diego Tax Fighters. Thank you for being with us. Listen, I'm a native Californian. I remember when there was some sanity where all of a sudden, there'd be a balanced budget, and if we had to cut budgets, we cut spending. And then all of a sudden, they went nuts, Richard.
Well, actually, you have a pretty long memory. It's been a while. It's been sliding downhill for a number of years. It's been a kick the can down the road type of plan, where each year they push more and more spending obligations into the next year, and of course, eventually this catches up with us, and that's where we are now.
So your sense in November, and I'm actually to be a soothsayer here, but California's paid one of the highest tax rates, all combined, sales tax, everything else. How on earth do they think they're going to pass a referendum to raise taxes and raise spending simultaneously?
It's the kind of thinking that you get out of Sacramento. When Brown was elected, in a moment of weakness, I actually thought there was some hope for him as being a good governor, because this is his last show. This is his legacy. This is what he's going to be remembered by. I thought he would no longer be obligated to the special interests, particularly the public employee unions. Wrong. He's still doing the same old thing. I guess it's in his DNA. And so his solution, of course, is to raise taxes. We have the highest state sales tax in the nation. We have the third highest income tax. We have the fourth highest capital gains tax. We have the highest diesel tax, second highest gasoline tax. It just goes on and on. Highest corporate income tax west of the Mississippi, which is where our economic competitors are and where our businesses are going. So this kind of mentality that somehow we're not taxed enough is absolute insanity.
Well, but wait a minute now. You also have one of the highest unemployment. You have the most unemployed people in the United States. But this tax is going to be on the 1%, right? Or this is going to be on the people that have the highest income. They're just going to add another 1%. That won't harm anything, will it?
Well, yes, it will. But in addition, it's a two-pronged tax. They're going to talk all about the millionaire's tax, but included, in addition, is a 0.5% sales tax increase, and we already have the highest sales tax in the nation. So that's going to be slipped in there, so everybody pays that. Then, in addition, what we call millionaires in California is $250,000 worth of income. So the definition of millionaires in California is a little bit different than the rest of the country. The problem is we already charge so much. We charge 10.3% to millionaires. And basically, they can move to Florida, Texas, Nevada, South Dakota. There's states they can go to which have zero income tax, and a lot of states that have a lot less income tax. The problem for California, and we're already seeing this, is that look at domestic migration, people moving into and out of the state from other states. We've been losing people on a regular basis. Last decade, we lost 1.5 million people net, and it wasn't the welfare kings and queens who left. It was the young, it was the productive, it was Tiger Woods, it was the Williams sisters, great tennis players. They moved to Florida. They are moving to other states where the economic opportunity and the taxes are less.
All right, so how are you going to fight it? What's your solution?
The good news is California does give us an option. Not true in all states. We have the proposition system. Two-edged sword, no question about that. But I love it because it does give us a chance to provide the adult supervision that Sacramento so desperately needs. And I know everybody thinks of us as being a blue state, which is very true. We're gerrymandered. We're rigged for the Democrats. They own the legislature. But they don't own the electorate. In the last 7 statewide tax increases that have gone on the ballot for Californians to vote on, simple majority to pass, all of them failed. The last one failed by almost a 2-to-1 margin. So when you put it before the voters, all of a sudden this Democrat Party loyalty takes second place to people starting to realize that, hey, I pay enough taxes in California.
Yeah, I hope you're right, sir, because literally almost everyone I grew up with in Southern California has left because of the business environment or taxes. So I thank you for being with us. I hope you're right on this one. All right.
I hope so, too.
All right, good. Thank you. Look, they're not content, never satisfied.